What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting our day up at our Dutchess yard. Rodrigo just came up here with our Silverado 6500. This is the truck that the airbags went off on. If you do not know what I'm talking about, I'll show you real quick. But all of the airbags deployed on this, well, not all of them, the two door airbags deployed on it, the two sides here, the cover down on the window here. And what it also did is it locked the seatbelt. So this seatbelt is off to the side of the seat. The other seatbelt, we'll walk around real quick and I'll show you. We ended up having to cut it out because it was like caught up on the seat. It was pretty much like that when it locked, and there was no way to adjust the seat. It was pretty much stuck in the position it was, and it was not in a very good spot. So we had to cut it, that way you could adjust the seat. But along with all of that happening, we have this airbag module right here, which has a gyroscope in it. So basically what happened is we had all of this work done, and the guys that did it did not know that there's a gyroscope in here. This is fairly new. All of the older trucks don't have gyroscopes. They're more of like a impact type of trigger, and we didn't know it had a gyroscope in it either, obviously. So my dad got in here one day when we had it back and reached over and grabbed this thing, and he tilted it just a tiny bit, and all of a sudden the airbags deployed. So obviously a bit of an issue, but the guys are ready to replace them for us. Obviously the headliner needs a little bit of work and whatnot. They spoke to their local dealer, so we're bringing it up to them. They're going to get all of the repairs done, and then while it's there, we're having some changes done on this hydraulic setup. So obviously this is a ton of work. There's hoses that run down here. We want to close off the hole underneath and eliminate some of the hoses. These two plow controls are staying, but this whole salt spreader setup is going to go. We have a new hydraulic valve that we mounted the other day over on the catwalk here, which is actually pretty nice. It came out very, very clean, and it's underneath this cap here. And you can see where the hoses go in there. And then you have electric that runs into the cab, which will then eventually go to this controller. So I'm waiting on my father to come out. He's going to go over everything with us, where everything's getting mounted, how we're going to run the electric and everything. And then me and Rodrigo are running it up to Zwack, and we're going to go over everything with those guys up there.
That valve is coming out of there, going in a tank here. Slide that tank back as far as you can go. Put the valve here, right, in an enclosed stainless steel tank with a lid that slides out so we can get to it.
Yep.
Anything that has to cross over the thing,
between the cab and the headboard there.
yeah, he can go across with the stainless.
Not in here.
No.
Yeah.
Go across this way when we're washing and everything. It's nice and clean.
Yeah.
Go across with the stainless steel.
Well, also everything's going to be down lower, so he's going to have to route them differently anyway.
Yeah. He can come up and go across, right? And then stainless steel tubing across for that.
Wait, you want stainless steel from here across to the other side?
Go across there.
Oh, so from a hose just from the valve up to the tube, kind of like how this.
Eliminate as much hose as possible. Keep the hose to a minimum.
So tube just like this.
Yep.
Just short pieces, obviously.
Yep.
We have this tube.
Right. Yep.
That run across here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then this tray, this is all coming out.
Yep.
He's going to hang on to these handles need a spacer. You can't have these handles on top of each other like that, right? This is coming out.
But those plow controls are going back in.
He's going to make us a new cleaned up, he's going to make us a new cleaned up tray. He's going to remount the airbag thing under the bottom of this.
Yep.
This is going to be for the liquid.
Yep. That's got to
And then up on top of this is going to be the salt spreader controller right here. Right, and this should face the driver, and listen, this can all be slid. To me, this seems it's too close to the driver.
Okay.
And it can be tilted.
Well, once that whole like podium piece is out of there,
yeah,
that we don't need any of that anymore. All we need is the plow controls.
We need a brand new tray.
Yeah, but this piece here we don't need.
You're going to need that to keep this up high. You're going to need something to keep this up high enough so that the driver can see it, so it's convenient, right? But it can be tilted, right, with the salter controller on the top facing the driver, right? It can be cocked, and then this over here, the liquid tank, right where it's at.
Okay.
The power to the liquid is fed through this, so if you want to use
through that.
Well, it's the main power. So what happens is you only turn this on if you want liquid, right? But if this is off, this has no power. This turns on, then it powers that. So this way you don't have to hit 2 buttons at the same time. If you're not running liquid, you leave this in the off position and it never comes on.
Yeah.
But it stays on in the on. You hit this energizes both. And you only have to turn this off, then the liquid's off too. At the same time you turn your sander off, your liquid's off.
Yeah.
One function, boom. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to get these. I actually think that this tray can come forward further, okay? And get these.
Let me hop in the driver's seat real quick. 1 second. That would probably be better when you're sitting here. Because this is like, you're kind of like reaching your elbow back.
Like this.
Yeah. It should be like here.
Yeah, yeah, right? Extend this tray out here.
Let me see that one. Yeah, this should be like this, and the liquid should be right under it.
Yeah, this can stay.
Well, it should be liquid here, salt here.
You wanna have him make a bracket and do that?
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah, just up here though, angled at us.
Yep.
Just underneath this, in case you want to plug your phone in. We're never going to use that.
No, yeah, but don't block any of that.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like right here.
Yep.
That way, and like, even if you can create some sort of armrest off of this, you know, because this is going to be gone. It is nice to be able to rest your arm on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But if this could get raised up a little bit, just to that height, you can leave your arm here.
But Brent, I can buy a pad. They sell an armrest pad.
With a adjustable arm in it.
Yep.
To raise it. Yeah, and then if these are mounted like here, that's pretty much, well, a little bit more like that, but yeah.
But what are you going to do with these? These are more important. These get used a lot more.
Yeah, but
these,
those don't really have to move.
My arm feels like I'm fucking locked up here.
Yeah, but it's probably really tough to get these farther forward.
No, because these need to come out here and go on an angle with a spacer in between, and then the cable's going to.
It should be here and here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then figure out where these can go.
They should be spun a little more like that.
On this angle.
Yeah, they should be spun a little more and slid forward.
Brent, he can bring that tray to here.
Yeah, but then you gotta, when you're pushing forward, that's the problem. You're hitting the dash.
You see this tab? You see how this is tabbed?
Yeah.
He can let the top of this run longer.
Float over it, yeah.
Float over it. These arms, these cables are not, they're gonna go down like this. Ricky, but he went out the back here. He's gonna fill the hole in the floor.
Yeah.
He went out the back and now he's gonna go over to the tray.
No, there's 2 holes.
Yeah, but he's not going through the hole.
Well, these cables are through holes too.
They're coming out.
There's a hole for the cables, and then there's a hole for all these hydraulic
lines. This is
lines.
all getting fixed, and then he's diving deeper back. What's up, Ricky? He's diving deeper back because once he mounts the airbag thing where it belongs,
yeah, you can't go down.
You can't go through there no more.
Well, maybe with the cables.
No. He ran him out the back. He ran him out the back on the angle.
On the other truck.
Yeah.
Not this truck.
And so, Ricky, what we're talking is this. To me,
Should
this feels like your arm is back here. This needs to be out here, on an angle. Needs to be a spacer in between these. The same space that these are. Put a spacer in between so your hands aren't hitting the fucking thing.
Up here.
Yeah, put them out here.
And then this will get mounted like here.
Get this right.
Yeah, and then this,
let's come
if
back
this
up
fits,
and look at this.
If this fits, something like here.
Yep. Let's get these right. So he make up this pan. This top bend right here stays long. You don't have to bring the tabs any further.
Yeah.
The top tray needs to come out here further. This way we can mount this stuff out here.
Yeah, and just with like some rubber things that will sit on this to support it.
I don't even think, Brent, because you leave the tabs, it'll be strong enough.
Well, you think he's going to make a whole new one?
Yeah.
Not bolt a piece to it?
Make a whole new one. Cantilever this whole top out.
So take this out and make a longer one.
Make a longer throat.
Yeah.
Just the top
Replicate
piece.
This, but the top of it, when you get to this bend, extend it out.
Add another 8 inches to it.
Yeah.
This way this stuff gets over here. We can get where we want it. Put a spacer in between here. Right? And then, what'll happen if these are up here, This now opens up this space for your sander controls.
Yeah, but it's still kind of annoying.
It is, but it's... So, Ricky, we're thinking about having him make a bracket like that.
It mounts both of those together and then kind of angle them up towards you a little bit.
Right? If the handles are up here...
It would be nice if you had both of them here.
If the handles are up there, Brent, there's no reason these can't go here.
Yeah.
It's this button. If the handles are over here, there's no reason these can't go over here.
Yeah, I guess. It would be a lot nicer being able to look at it, though.
Yeah.
Without having to, like, turn completely to the other side.
I don't want to mount anything else here.
You have a lot of space before you take care of those.
This is gone.
Those controllers.
Yeah, but
You
this
have a lot of
is
space.
pretty far back.
So
You
what
know,
Brandon
we're trying to get it more comfortable for your arm.
For the front.
Yeah.
But I wonder if we can buy an arm rest, because everybody's complaining that there's nowhere for the arm to go.
It's this right now,
So
which isn't bad. This is not bad, but
They
these are gone.
we could buy the Caterpillar armrest with the slot and the bolt and mount that right to the side here and have a nice armrest here and adjust it if we want. But we need somewhere to mount these. He needs to make a nice bracket. Right, this comes with a bracket, right?
Yeah, it's in. It should be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, this comes with a bracket, so that goes around that. That's wider than that.
You just have to space it.
Yeah. All right. And what I think you need to tell him is that if he has any questions, pump the brakes and let's go up and meet him.
Yeah.
Don't just do it yourself, because then we can get it right.
Yeah. This electric.
Yeah. So you got one.
So this drops down here. You want to come under this tray.
Yep.
Cut a hole
I want everything under the tray.
in that tube, and then up to the front.
If he has to come across anywhere, this tube.
Yeah.
Across the back of here, fastened to it, done. No, limit the hose.
Yeah.
Keep the hose to a minimum.
So these hoses will kind of just loop and come up into here.
Yeah. There's going to be one power, one pressure. One pressure goes into the valve, and then
but what if he wants to, like, cut them here?
I don't give a shit.
And just come right up into the valve.
I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He can cut them back here.
Yeah.
He can cut them back here and dive.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Whatever he thinks.
All right, I'll talk to him about all this. I think that's it, right?
And that's perfect.
Yeah.
I looked at that and I said, you know what? If this becomes an issue, if it got getting broken, we can always make it.
That's what. Yeah, we were talking about that. We should make one that hinges here, just because when you're loading salt, all the salt's gonna fall. It's not gonna be a matter of breaking. It's just gonna be salt falling on it and sitting in here.
While you're up there with Frank.
Look at the rust already from under that fucking
from
plate.
the fucking steel, and it hasn't even gotten salt on it yet.
No.
While you're up there with Frank, Frank can make you a box.
It needs to be able to hinge though, so if we ever have to service, or it could just bolt off.
But why not put a box? Put the top over the back like this, right? So no material's going in here. Put the top over the box, make a notch in the box to fit this over it with 2 flanges, 2 bolts. Done.
Yeah, and if we ever need it, we unbolt it.
Done. Just unbolt it.
Yeah.
Yep, have him make a stainless steel box. He bends that on his brake.
Yeah.
Got all the fucking shit there.
All right, that's it.
That's it. Right, this is all good. Right? He's in return.
Yeah, nothing's changing back here.
No, nothing. This is going to get slid back as far as he can go.
Yep.
A new stainless cabinet with a the lid
Is
needs to go
he
over
making
top.
that custom? He's making that?
He's going to make that.
Okay.
That valve is going in the tank.